Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is not the start of a let's play, this is Call of War country review. Last time we reviewed Japan and today we will be reviewing Turkey. If you haven't seen this before, I've made like 3 videos of it. I basically review the country, how strong it is, its position in the world, army size, navy, air force, everything, economy, everything basically. So here we go. Turkey is a pretty strong nation in the world. You first of all have 7 cities, 70 points, started with an army of 20 units. Now these units aren't very good. Your army isn't. Yeah, it's not very good, gotta say. However, you can easily build up, and Turkey can easily become a strong nation. Turkey usually isn't one of the most active countries, but it is definitely more active than, let's say, something like Persia or Peru or Mexico even, or even Sweden. It is a strong country, however, and it can get very strong, believe it or not. You have a lot of coastal cities. That's the first thing: Istanbul, Bursa, Izmir, Antalya, and Mersin. This can be good and bad. 5 of your cities, 3 of which are double production, can build a navy, can have a naval base, and can, with this power, you can build a massive navy if you want to. However, they can also get bombed very easily by enemy navies. This can basically mean that your entire country will fall if you don't have a good navy. If you are fighting, of course, a stronger naval power. Your economic basis isn't that strong at the start. You have well 60,000 money per day. It's not that bad, almost earning 2,500 per day. Not that bad, I suppose. Almost 7,000 rare materials a day, which is actually pretty small. But then you have like 11,000 oil, which is like, that is very good. That's quite strong. 7,400 metal. Not that much manpower, but it's more than normal, I suppose. Your good production is also quite bad, like rare materials, and food production is better. Your army uses almost 800 money per day. Those are your units. Your army is bad. It is not good. I'm gonna have to say that. Your army is consisting mostly of militias, a couple of infantry thrown in, and maybe an armored car and an artillery. As you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 militias, 7 militias, 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 armored car. That is your land army. Now that is very small. It is definitely a small one. However, you have a slight advantage. You have 1 interceptor and you have 1 tactical bomber, which countries, smaller countries don't start out with usually. You also have 3 ships, 2 destroyers and 1 cruiser. It can do something, however it's pretty weak. Your country is pretty underdeveloped. Looking here, you have 2 industry in Mersin and Istanbul. That's why you have so much oil. Well, not so much, but you have higher production. Other than that, it's not very good. If you look at the infrastructure altogether, you have a decent-ish infrastructure network, mostly focused on the west. It goes from Mersin all the way to Istanbul, which is, it can definitely be useful. You can connect it to Ankara and the rest of Western Anatolia as well, easily. This can prove useful if you play your cards right. You actually have level 2 infrastructure in Izmit, which can also be rather useful. Means you can get units out very quickly. You are both in Asia and in Europe, meaning you can expand into the Balkans, you can stay safe in Asia. Because there is a strait over here, you are disconnected from Europe. It can definitely keep you safe. You have a strong air force and navy. Now, you are stronger than like all of your neighbors other than the USSR. You can become a regional power. You are stronger than Persia. They can take out basically any of your AI neighbors, and the USSR is the only possible threat that you can take on. However, this country will need to build up. You're gonna need to build an army. Your doctrine is Axis, meaning you should build units appropriate to that doctrine, which can prove rather useful in this region, I suppose. Looking at expansion possibilities, you can easily go ahead and attack Greece. However, watch out for their navy, as it can definitely match yours. They have 4 cities and you should be able to take them out if you build up at least a small army or take all of your units over to here. Bulgaria is very weak as well, so you can take them out too. Now Yugoslavia has same amount of cities as you, so they can easily be a rival if they are not threatened by either Germany or Italy or even Romania. Romania, however, has 6 cities and is usually weaker than you, and you can outproduce them. They are usually more militarized, however, but you definitely can and you can win against them rather easily. However, if Istanbul falls or something like that, then you're definitely gonna lose a large part of your economy, first of all, and second, large part of your production, and you're gonna get the 6 cities, meaning, well, you're not gonna be as strong. It's also a double city, so gotta watch out for that. In the Middle East, it is very easy for Turkey to expand. There's French Syria and Lebanon, and the British Levant, so you can easily take that. They are colonies, usually very undefended, which means you can take them out easily. You can also take Cyprus, however, watch out for the British Navy, which spawns right here, at least one part of it. Iraq is also relatively weak, with 4 cities and a relatively small army for the start. You can also expand in Saudi Arabia, which only has 2 cities, and easily take that out. Persia is your biggest realistic rival, as nobody else will probably fuck with you. Even the USSR won't care about you, to be honest. If they will, you have a mountain range in the east, meaning you can use that for protection rather easily. US Turkey have a really good geographical position, giving you advantages. Persia can fight you, but you can easily outproduce them if you, just go for the longer war. Most your or all of your cities are in the Western Anatolia or either central or western, meaning they can push all the way to here and not really harm your economy very much. There are some resources here, however, but there is nothing significant. You can also take them out and expand even into Afghanistan and possibly even India, which only has one more city than you, which means you can easily rival them, especially if you take the Middle East. British Egypt is also a country you should watch out for, as they have 5 cities. They can also fight you if they really want to. If Persia and Egypt ally each other, they can easily take you on, so gotta watch out for that. However, that is rather unlikely. So you can see you can expand quite a lot. Well, your army is shit, but how about your potential production? You can produce, of course, quite a lot. However, what is your starting production centers? Well, you have 3 barracks, you have 4 ordnance factories, and you have 1 tank plant, as well as 2 aircraft factories and 1 naval base, which means you can get a small navy, or even a decent navy in just a couple of days, even with just 1 of these. You have 3 of these. One is overlapping with ordnance factories, and one of these is overlapping with a tank plant, meaning you might want to build another barracks or even another tank plant or ordnance over here. But that's really on you. If you actually take Greece out, you can become pretty strong. It will be a big boost to your economy, as all 4 Greek cities are double production. It's also a lot of land, and 4 cities in general is a lot. It can also give you great control over the Eastern Mediterranean, so this is a thing you should do pretty early on. It can definitely help you out a lot. You can also easily invade the Middle East, and that's gonna give you a lot of power actually, so that's what I recommend you do. Anyway, research wise, your research is pretty bad. Infantry only have level 1 militias. You actually have level 2 infantry, which is pretty good for the start of the game. It's not that bad, so that can be useful. And that's everything in the infantry tree. You have level 1 anti-tank, as well as level 1 artillery, and also level 1 anti-air. So you have what the base is, but you don't really have anything strong. I recommend building more artillery probably. Looking at tanks and the armored stuff, I suppose, you only have level 1 light tanks and armored cars. Air Force wise, you also have level 1 interceptors and level 1 tactical bombers. Pretty bad on Air Force, as you can see. Navy, you have level 1 destroyers and level 1 cruisers, nothing else though. And over here you have nothing. Your research is pretty bad, unfortunately. So yeah, but you can advance on that. I suppose you can modernize relatively quickly, and you can become pretty strong pretty quick. However, you gotta watch out for those rare materials, which are often used in research, especially for higher armored units, I suppose, and aircraft as well. You might want to advance the production of both of those, so rare materials could very well be a problem. Your economy can grow rather quickly and to a pretty good extent, since you have 7 cities and you have loads of provinces that make additional production, additional resources, so use that. It can definitely help out. Anyway, Greece is a strong country with a lot of places to expand, a relatively strong-ish economy, small army, but it can definitely build up. Also bad on research. You're definitely pretty far behind Europe as a whole, but you can catch up to the world and become a relatively strong power with your pretty strong economic basis. So I recommend doing just that. You have plenty of places to expand to, and you have a very large potential. So I recommend you use that because it can definitely make you a superpower even. So that's my recommendation. Anyway, that's it for this video. There's also a thing you can blockade the Black Sea if you want. You can take control of it even if the Soviets don't compete with you. But you have 5 cities, 5 coastal cities which you can use to build a strong ass navy, which will definitely give you superiority in the area, which means you can easily blockade anything and maybe you make people pay to get through the Istanbul Strait. So you can also even do that with the Suez Canal. You are in a very good position. You have a good geographical area. You have a strong potential, strong economy, a good amount of cities, and a large amount of potential in general, and a lot of places to expand to. So that is Turkey for you guys, and I definitely recommend playing Turkey. It's a very good country, very fun actually, believe it or not. Usually people underestimate how fun it be, but it is actually very fun. You can see that on my Turkey Let's Play I did not long ago, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video, and yeah, I'll see you guys then. Goodbye!